As you can clearly see, I'm very excited today.
I'm so excited!
And this excitement comes from the fact that I hit another audio gem on Aliexpress. This time it's a tube up amplifier. It's a single-ended Class A tube amplifier that I purchased for less than $200, and I'm really in love with it. And yes, I am going to tell you why I love this unit. We have a bit unusual, if not weird, setup today, but it's because I wanted to put this one in front and somehow show you the unit. It looks like this, and as you can clearly see, it's from a brand called Oldchen, and it's a hi-fi stereo tube amplifier model EL34B BL-02. So it means that it is a tube amplifier, as you can see, based on EL34 power tubes. It also has 6H8C preamp tubes and this 5U4G rectifying tube. They are all made by PSVANE, which is a reputable Chinese manufacturer of tubes that are used in multiple amplifiers and also high-end amplifiers. So they are of good quality. This one actually, so those are preamp tubes, is branded Oldchen, but it says that it's made by PSVANE as well, specifically for Oldchen, which also means that Oldchen makes a sizable amount of those amps to justify producing custom tubes, I think. As I mentioned, I paid less than $200 for it, 190 to be exact, plus shipping. I bought it on AliExpress. I'll put the link to the store I bought it in the description below if you want to check it out. But it's also sold by multiple other stores on AliExpress, so you'll probably see multiple offers in different a bit different prices. But anyway, let's get back to this unit. I first of all, I really like how it looks. It looks a bit like a DIY project or a vintage tube. I opted in for this silver finish with wooden panels on the sides. This is real wood. There is also a black version, but yeah, this is more unique, I think. So let's quickly go over the features, and there are not many of them. So the main feature of this one is to amplify the sound signal and modify it so it sounds tubey and nice, and it does a great job. But enough of those jokes. So at the front you only have a volume knob or volume potentiometer. It's metal as well, and it's pretty nice to the touch, which is important because there is no remote control provided with this unit. So if you want to change volume, you have to get up from your sofa, do some exercising, meaning walking down to your amp and changing the volume. So this tactile feel is quite important. And there is also a very nice, simple but nice rocker switch to power it on and off. And that's it at the front. On the back there is also not a lot going on. you only have a single-ended input source, nice quality RCA inputs. You have a reassuring sticker with probably the name of the producer or something like that, and a set of not full size but decent quality speaker binding posts. You have different ones for 4 and 8 ohm speakers. By the way, I tested it with my current setup, which includes a Polk Audio Reserve R200 bookshelf speakers, which are 4 ohms impedance and 86 dB efficient. So not very easy to drive, but this unit made a very good job. It is a single-ended Class A amplifier, and as you can imagine, it doesn't put out a whole lot of power. The manufacturer states that it outputs 10 watts per channel. Doesn't even say if it's 10 watts into 8 or 4 ohms. But you know, Class A, those watts in Class A seem to be more impressive than the watts in, for example, Class D. Let me move it to the side a bit so you can see more of my face. Yeah, as I said, the speakers that I used are not very efficient, but I listen to it maximum with the volume up at maximum on like halfway up, and at the distance of 2 meters, which is like 7 feet away from the speakers, it was around 85 dB, so plenty enough for me, and I could easily crank it up much more, but I didn't feel like it because for me 85 dB is plenty loud. So yeah, it outputs enough power, even if you want to make a small party, but it is not a party speaker, I would say. It's not a party speaker because I think it's not very fast. With music where there is a lot going on, like for example Metallica Ride the Lightning. I know it's an interesting example with an amp like this. The there was not enough detail for me. I mean, the music was nice and had a nice sound to it, but the instruments were all like a bit glued together. So I would say that the amp is not very dynamic, and it's not maybe suited to music like this. But I really loved it with more relaxing music like smooth jazz or jazz and vocal music, acoustic instruments. So all those music genres where you have like several instruments, and it focuses on the mid-range, and with the mid-range is, I guess, where this amp shines. I would characterize it as a very liquid sounding, and it's very pleasurable to listen to, with this kind of music like female vocals, male vocals, etc. So it's a great amp for those, you know, evening sessions with a glass of wine or whatever your poison is, where you just want to sit down, relax, and enjoy the music.
For relaxing times, make it Suntory time.
You can have long listening sessions with this one because the treble is not tiring. It's detailed enough for me, but at the same time it's not very sharp, so you can listen for hours. And the bass is well controlled. For me, there is plenty enough of it, especially with speakers like those Polk Audios, which are pretty notorious for good bass and quality bass, and this provides quality bass, in my opinion. Well controlled, textured, maybe not like chest pounding, deep in your guts, but very nice and yeah, pleasurable to listen to. I made sort of a direct comparison with another Class A amp that I have recently purchased. That is Musical Fidelity A1 Class A amplifier, but it's solid state. And I have the original version, so the vintage one from the 80s. I paid a bit more than what I paid for this one. This one, including shipping, was about 300. For the A1, I paid around 450. But A1 also includes a phono stage, so the price difference is justified. By the way, you can also spec this one with a Bluetooth receiver, but I wanted to have this bare bone, pure analog amplifier, and I don't use Bluetooth anyway. So how did the comparison, the sound comparison with the A1 go? A1 seems to be a bit more powerful, and of course it is spec'd at, I think, 20 watts per channel, so double that, and has more presence in the bass region, or drives those bass notes with more authority. But this one in the mid-range is more, again, for the lack of a better word, liquid. And of course, compared to Class D amps, this one is more musical. It's not as sterile and squeaky clean as typical Class D amps. I don't want to do the disservice to Class D amps. I also like listening to them, but this one, for a relaxed listening session, is basically more, again, pleasurable. I will learn this word by heart thanks to this video. If you're convinced by this short first impression video of this amplifier and want to pull the trigger on it, make sure you choose the correct voltage version, because there are different voltage versions for US, European, Australian markets. There is no power cord attached with the specific plug, so you are going to need your high-end audiophile power cable, but that's okay because it has an IC inlet with integrated fuse, of course. And I think also, depending on the voltage, different rectifier tube is provided, because on the box of this one it's set 230 volts. I'm not a techie, so I don't know if the type of tube depends on the voltage. Please let me know in the comment if you think I'm talking crap right now. Please educate me, share your knowledge. I will be grateful. And yeah, enjoy your listening sessions, night listening sessions with this amplifier from Oldchen. I'm very surprised, positively surprised, and will definitely share more experiences when I spend more time with it. The impressions I provided here are, right out of the box, like 20 hours, maybe 30 hours of listening. So the tubes are brand new, not burnt in. Transformers are not burnt in, and and everything, so I think it will get better in time. Contrary to Marcellus Wallace, I'm sure this one will age like wine, not like vinegar, and it will only get better once the tubes have some time to burn in. Maybe I will do some tube rolling, but I'm very satisfied right now as is.